What's going on, Capricorn? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your collective Capricorn reading. For those of you that are new here, Capricorn readings are dropped on Tuesdays. Elemental messages are dropped on Fridays. So if those are energies that you're wanting to keep up with or tap into, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel, okay? Keep in mind that these are collective messages, so they may or may not resonate with you each and every time. Keep in mind that these messages are not directed towards a specific area or aspect of your life. However, as the message is being presented, you can definitely pick up what resonates and apply it to the area or the aspect of your life that you may deem necessary at this time. Okay, now with that being said, we are about to tap into the Capricorn energy just to see what it is that Spirit has for you, wants you to know and or be aware of at this time, okay? As we are delivering this message, make sure that you leave me a comment if it resonates or if you can relate to it in any type of way, shape, or form, all right? All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts and you know their situations. Can you give me the cards that we need in order for Capricorn to be able to receive this message at hand with an open mind and an open heart? I ask that you provide me with the words to be able to articulate this message as best as possible, as well as clear anything standing in the way of their clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe. Ooh, shit. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. Okay. Spirit, what is the message for Capricorns? Thank you. All right. Is there anything else that we need at this time? They is just doing so much. All right, let's get into it. Because they're throwing cards, doing all type of stuff, okay? Underneath it all, Capricorn, you do have the Hierophant that shows up. So I'm definitely getting the energy of you needing to pretty much like tap into your inner child and pay more attention to your intuition, right? We have been, well, we gradually became who we are today based on like situations, circumstances, environments, upbringing, and things of that nature. And it kind of like suppressed, I guess, like the core parts of you in a sense is what I'm getting. It suppressed the core parts of you, if I can say it that way. And now it's time for you to really start tapping into your inner child, right? For a number of different reasons. And not, you don't have to struggle. You don't have to fight against things. You don't have to fight against people or nothing. You just really want to make sure that you're being true to yourself. When you show up and you're not necessarily being true to yourself, then yes, you can bet your bottom or top dollar that things are going to be more complicating, right? More of a struggle, if I could say it that way. So instead of you feeling like you have to show up and give so much to other people, I want you to start opening yourself up to being able to receive, right? And that's compliments, love, assistance, support, advice, or whatever it may be for your particular situation, okay? Now, that was underneath it all. So we are about to get into the energies that are present out here on the table. Starting off with the Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? So I can feel like this is definitely getting into like some resistance of you wanting to let things go. Maybe even people, right? Oh, these are backwards. I need these to turn back around because I'm going to have to reference them. My bad. But the Eight of Cups in reverse shows me that there is some resistance to you emotionally detaching yourself from something or somebody, right? Whether it may be the way that you're familiar with doing things, right? Maybe it's the people who you've been surrounding yourself with. It's like, again, when we gradually, like over time, we operate in a space for so long, then we gradually get accustomed to or start like showing up in a different energy that's not necessarily ours, but it's who we feel like other people may have, like who we feel other people may need or want us to be. You understand what I'm explaining? And I feel like you are really, really holding on to that. Say, for instance, if you have siblings, you and your siblings, y'all may not always see eye to eye, or you feel as though they're always coming for you, or they're really like they're doing things to sabotage you know, the betterment of who you stand to be type of thing. But you feel like, oh, because that's my sibling, I'm supposed to, or that's just how they are, sort of type of energy, right? You're not necessarily obligated to keep yourself attached to or connected with, you know, people, right? Especially if it's an unhealthy relationship, if it's dysfunctional relationship, if it's toxic or anything like that. Like, you're not obligated to constantly keep on forcing yourself to show up in certain places or spaces, right? And then you have the Chariot that also pops up, okay? So the Chariot is definitely talking about that form of traditionalism. Like the things that it's like a tradition, right? So maybe this, you and whoever, whether it's your partner, your siblings, or whomever, right? That toxic relationship or that toxic connection that you're experiencing that needs to you need to detach from it in a sense. And I don't even want to say that you need to detach from it, because you have the choice to move how you want to move, right? But it's definitely causing you some type of something, right? Some type of, whether it's the lesson, some type of disconnection from your inner self, or whatever it may be, okay? It didn't start with you. So maybe, I don't know if your parents are still, you know, living, or if there is somebody that you can go to and kind of like ask certain questions. Like, did you used to feel like this when it came to your siblings, like your elders? You understand what I'm explaining? Do you know if anybody felt like this when it came to what you're going through? You don't have to hide it. You know, you want to open yourself up. You want to be vulnerable. You want to be able to be transparent. You want to have these conversations, like healthy conversations with other individuals, so that you can heal yourself, right? Heal this part of you, sort of, kind of speak. Because like I said before, with this Queen of Swords coming up, it's more so like you have exhausted yourself in showing up in what you think. How can I say that? You have exhausted yourself in pretty much showing up in the ways that other people want you to show up. So you've been getting creative over time, right? And it's like, okay, maybe if I do this, they'll be more satisfied. Maybe if I do this, then this will happen and turn out like that. And because everything that you show up and do doesn't necessarily, I guess, produce the results that you are expecting or you're desiring to come through, it's like, damn, like I'm out of options, it seems like, you know? So it's almost like your creativity with being able to problem solve or come up with solutions for this particular energy. It's almost like, yeah, I'm, you know, like what I'm supposed to do. I would definitely tell you to pick up the lessons that Spirit is putting down, right? Make sure you're picking up the lessons that Spirit is putting down. It's definitely given the energy that, okay, with this Princess of Swords, it's like you're wanting to defend, I guess, what somebody else probably has taught you over time. Like, you're wanting to defend it. Say, for instance, using this scenario, and I know that everybody's scenario is not going to be the same, but it's definitely the energy that's present behind it, right? Family over everything. So now you're in a position to where you're constantly putting yourself in these situations or circumstances with whoever you're putting yourself in these situations and circumstances with, and you're defending the notion or you're defending the narrative that somebody else has given you or written out, type of thing, even though you know, like, it's not working for you. It's okay to let go. Like, it's okay for you to rewrite certain things. It's okay for you to, you know, figure out what works best for you. I talk about it all the time with all of the zodiac signs. Like, you're always wanting to figure out what works best for you, because sometimes and over time you will notice that some of the things that people have given you to live by, they didn't even work for them. But since this information was given to them, they've held on to it for so long. And this is a lot of the reason why people be, you know, having those internal battles, or where, you know, we be confused or whatever the case may be. Like, if you know you're not wanting to operate in that space of feeling like you're not worthy enough because it don't seem like you can operate in a way with somebody else, sometimes, I was going to say, sometimes you're not the problem. Like, it's not always you, right? Like, the things that are happening in a situation, they're not always you. But the fact that you are willing to keep on putting yourself in that space, that's definitely a you thing. Do you understand what I'm explaining? Like, you're not always the problem. And when you recognize that, you know, like, this is not me at this point, like, I've done all I can do, sometimes you do have to remove yourself. And when you choose not to remove yourself, then it becomes a you thing, right? So again, like I said before, make sure you're picking up the lessons that Spirit is putting down for you to be able to receive, and be determined to be successful, right? Like, be determined to be successful in, you know, cultivating inner peace, self-love, and things of that nature, because you're very deserving of it. And anything that's pretty much detaching you from that, you want to disconnect yourself from it, right? Going back to that 8 of Cups in reverse, because it's like I said, the resistance of you feeling like you have to let go. Like, the resistance, like, you don't feel like you, in your mind, maybe it's telling you, even based on the actions, it's telling you, like, this is a wrap, like, move around. And emotionally, you like, but this is mine. You get what I'm saying? So, if any part of this message resonates with you, or if you can relate to it in any type of way, shape, or form, make sure you leave me a comment. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed to the channel. I definitely hope that it has given you some type of clarification, confirmation, has assisted you in some type of way. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.